In last lecture, we already see this chemical reaction of alkane, that is the halogenation. Now, some examples are remaining of this halogenation. Remember that halogenation is the free radical mechanism. Now you know in 14th number chapter what are the free radicals. Now if the atoms have odd electron on them, then they are called as the free radicals. Odd electron means only one electron on them, that are called as the free radical, because the negative ion contain two electrons. Two electrons means one negative charge, but only one electron is there on the atoms. They are called as the free radicals. Now these free radicals are very reactive species. Remember that they are very reactive species. They react with the another substances in very few seconds or part of the seconds, and the reaction is completed very rapidly by the free radical mechanism. Now how the free radicals are formed? Free radicals are formed by the homolysis or homolytic fission. Now in 14th chapter you know the homolysis or homolytic fission. Homo means similar and fission means breaking. That means breaking of the covalent bond in such a way that, or rupture of the covalent bond in such a way that each species or atoms acquire one electron. Now you know that in the covalent bond, you know covalent bond is formed by the shared pair of electrons. That means both the atoms share their one electron and there is formation of covalent bond. Two electrons means one bond. So breaking of that covalent bond in such a way that each of the two atoms acquires one electron. And this free radical mechanism is carried out by two different ways. One is in the ultraviolet rays. Ultraviolet, very diffused sunlight. Ultraviolet rays, in the presence of ultraviolet rays, these free radicals are formed, or by thermal heating. At a very high temperature also the free radicals are formed. Now see, I shown here the mechanism of halogenation by the free radical, how it's there, and then we will see the examples. Now see, this is the chlorine molecule. See here, this is very important. This is the chlorine molecule and this is the bond between the two chlorine atoms. Now I show here half arrows in such a way. Half arrow in this way and in this way. Why I show the half arrow? Because the free radical mechanism is shown by such arrows. That means one atom goes to this one chlorine of this covalent bond and another atom goes to this another chlorine atom. So half that is the electrons are go to the two different atoms. So the half arrow is there and curve, not straight arrow. Now in the presence of ultraviolet light, this homolytic fission, it is also called as the fission means breaking. Homolytic means similar breaking, or it is only called as the homolysis also. There is the short note on homolysis and heterolysis in the 14th chapter. Hetero means different, homo means similar. When there is the homo word, that means similar, and when there is the hetero word, that means different. Heterolytic fission is also there. In that fission, both of the electron of the covalent bond goes only on one atom only, and due to that atom acquires negative charge because both electrons comes on that atom, and the another atom have no any electron of the covalent bond, so it acquires the positive charge. That is the homolytic fission. But here we require the, sorry, that is the heterolytic fission, and here we require the homolytic fission. Now these two species are formed. Cl dot, that means electron, Cl dot, electron. They are called as the free radicals. Radicals. That are not the atoms or that are not the ions, but that are the radicals. They are very, very reactive. But they have very few or very, that is the short life. They do not stay for very long time in the reaction. They immediately react with the another. And thus homolytic fission or the free radical mechanism is a very, very reactive mechanism, and in a very short time there is large number of the reactant molecules are converted into the product molecules. And so in the polymer such as plastics industry, polymer industry, in that there is always the polymers are formed by this free radical mechanism. Plastics, different types of plastics, polymers, polythene, etc. are formed by this free radical mechanism. That we will see in the another chapter. What is polymerization? How the plastic is formed in the industry, that we will see after that. Now see, these free radicals are first formed. As there is formation in the first step of the free radicals, so this first step is called as the initiation. Remember that. First step in which free radicals are formed is always called as the initiation step. There are three steps: initiation step, propagation step, and termination step in the free radical mechanism. Remember, this is very important, these three steps. Now, as the free radicals are formed, they immediately react with the another substance. Suppose here is the methane. I show this methane, CH4. One covalent bond I separate, CH3H. And again, as there is the ultraviolet rays and homolysis is there, so this methane also form the two different free radicals by the free radical mechanism. So this half arrow means both this CH3 species and this H acquires, that is the one electron. But here the electron of hydrogen is not shown because it immediately reacts with the chloride free radicals in this way. That means there is formation of bond by one electron, sharing of one electron between this H and Cl, and there is formation of HCl. But this methyl free radical is formed. You know that CH3 is the methyl group, so it is called as the methyl free radical. Okay, this is the methyl free radical, and what is the byproduct form? Hydrogen chloride is formed here. Now in this step there is a formation of so many these methyl free radical, and again the chloride free radicals are already there. So propagation means increase. So many free radicals are formed into that. And what is termination? Termination means ending. Term means ending. Terminology means ending. Termination means ending. So two different free radicals give one electron to each other, and there is formation of the covalent bond. That means free radicals are ends into the formation of a molecule, and there is the end of this mechanism, free radical mechanism. Now see what is happening in the then our point of view is that we want to do the halogenation of alkane. So we must form the product, that is the alkyl halide. This is methyl chloride, ethyl bromide. We know that is the alkyl halide are formed into the halogenation. That is the haloalkanes are formed. So here which haloalkane is will be formed? Methane or chloromethane. Methyl chloride or chloromethane. IUPAC name is the chloromethane and common name is the methyl chloride. So here again this methyl free radical again reacts with the chloride free radical. From this another chlorine atom is there again. So many molecules, so many chlorine molecules are there. So this another second chlorine molecule also have the free radical mechanism or homolytic fission, and this methyl, this electron of the methyl and one of the electron of this chloride free radical form again the bond, and another chloride free radical is again formed there. That may be used into the second step or first step again. Now in this way, this CH3Cl, that is the chloromethane or methyl chloride. Now this is chloromethane is the IUPAC name and methyl chloride is the common name is formed because we are seeing the halogenation of alkane. So alkane get halogenized here, and as these methyl free radical and chlorine free radical forms the covalent bond between them, and there is formation of chloromethane. So this is the ending or termination step. Here is the that is product is formed in this step. Now few examples are remaining yesterday. Now let us see the second. We will see only the halogenation of methane in 4 different steps yesterday. In the first step, methyl chloride is formed. In the second step, methylene dichloride is formed. In the third step, chloromethane, that is the, we call that trichloromethane, we call that the chloroform is formed. And in the fourth step, there is the formation of carbon tetrachloride. We already see the halogenation. But see the different example, how the alkanes are get halogenized. Now this is also the alkane. You know that this contains 3 carbon atoms. So it is called as the propane. You know that. Now in ultraviolet rays, in the presence of chlorine, what happens? There are the formation of 2 different products because there are 2 different hydrogens which can be replaced by the halogen. Suppose we replace here hydrogen by the halogen, then this first product is formed. See here, one of the hydrogen is replaced by chlorine here. So why it is 1 chloropropane? Number from that carbon atom which is closer to this chlorine. So this is 1 number carbon, this is 2 number carbon, this is 3 number carbon. Now as this is 1, this chlorine is attached to this the carbon which is the number 1 carbon. So the name of this product is 1-chloropropane. But commonly it is called as the N-propyl chloride, because I tell you this is the normal propyl group. So this is the commonly it is called as the N-propyl chloride. Remember both the names, you must know the both of the names of this compound, that is 1-chloropropane or N-propyl chloride. Both are one and same. One is the IUPAC name, another is the common name. And the percentage of this compound obtained is the 45%. Generally, the branching haloalkanes are obtained in more proportion than the straight chain haloalkane. So here second compound, in the second compound, now these 2 methyl groups are similar because they both have the 3 hydrogen atom. If this is also replaced by the chlorine, then we do the numbering from this 1, 2, 3. That is also the 1-chloropropane. So same product. But if the hydrogen of the middle carbon is replaced by the chlorine, then different product is formed. And that product is called as the 2-chloropropane. Number from any side, because this chlorine is at the center carbon atom, it attached. Suppose we number from this 1, 2 and third carbon. As there this chlorine is attached to the second carbon of this propane, so it is all called as the 2-chloropropane. Now it is the 55%, which is 10% is more, because here is the this is branching of the chloride is there. So that is not such straight. This is this group. What is this group? If the carbon contains only 1 hydrogen and there is the bond to that, we call that group yesterday what? Isopropyl or second. You must remember that. I will ask question on them. Now this is the iso or secondary propyl group, and so the chlorine is attached to that carbon containing only 1 hydrogen. So this is called as the iso or secondary propyl chloride. First one is the normal propyl chloride, and the what is the common name of this? Iso or secondary propyl chloride. Remember that, very important, the both of the names. But in IUPAC name system, it is called as the 2-chloropropane. Now let us see the another example. As the branching increases, you know that the tertiary alkanes are react very fast. We will see that order yesterday. Then the secondary alkane and then the primary alkane. Primary alkanes means straight chain alkane. Secondary alkane means only one branching. And tertiary alkane means two deep branching. Now see here, this is the why it is called as the 2-methyl propane. Remember, see here, very important. Why the name of this alkane is 2-methyl propane. Number from any side. 1, 2, 3. Now 3. Do not give number 4 to this carbon because during the nomenclature only select the longest chain of carbon atom, straight chain of carbon atom during numbering. If there is there is again this side of branchings of last carbon, then we can give 1, 2, 3, 4. But the carbon atom must be in a straight chain. Now do not give the number 4 to this. It becomes this is the substituent, methyl substituent. It is called as the substituent or branching. So as second carbon contain methyl group, you know the methyl group, dash CH3, I tell you, dash CH3 is the methyl group, dash CH2CH3 is the ethyl group, dash CH2CH2CH3 is the normal propyl group. You must remember that. So as this methyl group is on the second carbon, the name of this alkane is 2-methyl and it contains only 3 carbon atoms in the chain. So it is 2-methyl propane. Remember that, not butane. Though there are the 4 carbon atoms, but in a straight chain there is only 3 carbon, so it is the propane. But on the second carbon there is the methyl group, so it is 2-methyl propane, the IUPAC name. They always ask in the examination, write down the IUPAC name of the following compounds. Formula are given and you have to write its IUPAC name in the examination. 1 mark for one compound. If the name is slightly there is the wrongness, 0 marks will be obtained. The name of the compound is very correct, then and then you obtain the marks. Now in the chloride, that is chlorine, ultraviolet light. Now see here these 3 groups, methyl groups are similar. So if any hydrogen of the any methyl group is replaced, same compound will be formed because all these 3 methyl groups and they are similar. So suppose we replace this hydrogen by the chlorine, such compound is obtained. And you know that hydrogen and 1 chlorine which is remaining of the chloride atom, that will form the HCl as the byproduct. Here also HCl is the byproduct. That is the byproduct. If we do not write that, there is no any question about that. Now this is formed. What is the name of this compound now? Remember, when in alkane there is any functional group such as chloride or bromide, always number the carbon atoms from that side where the halogen is present. So I number this from this side. 1 carbon, this is the chlorine, so not 1. This is 1, 2, 3. Only 3 carbons are in the chain. This is on the second carbon atom, methyl group, and this is on the first carbon atom, chloride. First give the name of the halogen and then alkene group. But during write down the name, only write down chloro, bromo, iodo, not chlorine word. So I write here only 1 chloro, 2 methyl, and in chain there are 3 carbons, so propane. This is the correct name, IUPAC name of this compound, remember that. Now it is also formed here, that is the 64%. This. And another, that is this hydrogen is still there, this is slightly different hydrogen. It is attached only to that of the middle carbon atom. So if I replace this hydrogen, then their chlorine is again there on the place of the hydrogen, and on numbering this, always you select the straight chain. So this any side from we can number because this is on the second carbon. So 1, 2, 3. Now on 2 carbon or second carbon there is methyl group and chlorine. So write down first the name of the halogen. So 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. Though it is the branched alkyl halide, but it is only 36% is formed. In case of chlorination, there is no such proportion. How the normal are less or branched are more. But in bromination, that is true. Branched bromoalkanes are more in proportion than the straight bromoalkanes. Now in chlorination, that such proportion is not their rule about the proportion. Now see that about the bromination. Bromination also gives the corresponding bromides. Corresponding means that bromides. As, for example, methane gives methyl bromide, ethane gives ethyl bromide, propane gives propyl bromide in this way. That means corresponding bromides or bromoalkane we can call that. Commonly we call the alkyl bromides. Okay. Now, but this proportion is different in percentage than the chlorination. Now, let us see the examples of this. Let us see the examples of this bromination. Now, in bromination, take first example of that of the ethane. On bromination in the ultraviolet light, as both the CH3 groups are similar, so only one product is formed there. That is the bromoethane. And there is no 100% bromoethane is formed because another compound is not there in the product side. Now propane is here. Propane on bromination forms, that is the N-propyl bromide. This is the normal propyl bromide. Because why it is the normal propyl bromide? Because straight chain and the bromine is attached to such carbon which have 2 hydrogen atoms. If there are 2 hydrogen atoms on the carbon and if any halogen is attached to that carbon, then that are the normal. Okay, so this is the normal propyl bromide. But in IUPAC name, number from this side 1, 2, 3. So on the first carbon there is the bromine, so it is the 1-bromopropane, and it is only 3% is formed. This is the straight chain bromide. And the branched chain bromide, that is the isopropyl group is there or secondary propyl group, because the carbon contain only 1 hydrogen to which bromine is attached. Remember that, very important. This is the secondary or isopropyl bromide. This is also the name. In examination, you have to write down both names of the product, common name also and IUPAC name also. Now, as the numbering from any side, 1, 2, 3, on the second carbon, there is the bromide. So, it is called as the 2-bromopropane. Now, understand, this is very important short note for the examination point of view. They only ask in the examination, write a short note on halogenation of alkane. So, from first point to up to last point, you have to write this. All the examples you have to write. If you know the formula of alkanes and what products are formed, then you can very successfully write the answer of this question, halogenation of alkane. So today practice at home these reactions on a slate or in a rough notebook you can practice. But by writing you practice that, because this second section is very easy to understand. But during writing, there are bonds. So, if one of the bond is missed or wrong, you got the 0 mark. Now, this is just like the problems of mathematics. So, practice on the slate. When come to the MSc, still I use the slate for practice the reactions. So, you must practice the reaction on the slate. Now, see, third example. What is this? This is the normal butane. Why I called it normal butane? Because all the carbons are in a straight chain and they contain 4 carbon atoms. They contain 4 carbon atoms. So it is the butane. But why it is N-butane? Because all the 4 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. Now, in the presence of ultraviolet light, in the presence of bromine, what happened? One of the hydrogen from the ending carbons, both are same. So replace N. Now here, the hydrogen is replaced by this bromine. So as the numbering is from this side 1, 2, 3. So it is the 1 bromopropane, or it is normal propyl bromide. The second name. Oh sorry, this is the butane. So one of the CH2 group is again there, and that is the Br. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now this is the, what is 1-bromobutane or N-butyl bromide. Common name is what? You must write here the common name, N-butyl bromide. And if now see, these are the both CH2. So replace any hydrogen from any CH2, same compound may be obtained. So if I replace the second carbon's hydrogen by the bromine, then we obtain this. Now number from 1, 2, 3, 4. Why I number from this side? Because bromine is close to this side. If I number 1, 2, 3, there may be third carbon there. But always number from that side where these hydrogens are closer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 2-bromobutane. See here, 98% octane, and these are only 2%. So here branching alkanes, haloalkanes are more in proportion than the straight chain haloalkane. Now again, see this. What is the name? Now number from this side 1, 2, 3. Any side you can number. On the second carbon there is the methyl group. So it is the 2-methyl propane. In straight chain there are the 3 carbons. So it is 2-methyl propane in the ultraviolet line. Now see, here also 2 different products. These 3 CH3 are similar, and this carbon is again different from that. So if we replace the one of the hydrogen, we obtain 1, 2, 3. That is on the second carbon there is the methyl, and on first carbon there is the bromide ion. So it is the 1-bromo-2-methyl. 1-bromo-2-methyl, not that is the butane, it is the 1-bromo-2-methyl propane, because only 3 carbon atoms are in a chain here. Okay, from propane is obtained. And this, if we replace this hydrogen, now this is the tertiary butyl bromide, because this is the tertiary butyl group. We know that. So what is the common name? Tertiary butyl bromide. In this way we can write tertiary butyl bromide. But in IUPAC name system, number from such only in a straight chain 3 carbons. Now this is the 2-methyl. But bromo, give the name bromo first. So 2-bromo-2-methyl. 2-bromo-2-methyl propane, not butane, because only 3 are there carbon, but that are 99%. This is very traces. Traces means very less percent. Okay, and this you see them. Then there is the short note on halogenation of alkane. So prepare this answer of this question by practice on a slate. If I ask this question, you must acquire the full marks. Now this short note may be of 3 or 4 marks there. In the generally it is for the 4 marks. So in the large question, this question is asked for the 4 marks.